Got to be pro about these things.
Yeah.
Are you ready, Alex? Reddit! That's right, Reddit. The front page of the internet. A site that, at the same time, I don't understand and enjoy greatly. Although I do understand it more than 4chan, which confuses the shit out of me and has done since its inception. Reddit have quarantined the Donald. The subreddit The Donald is a massively popular subreddit. They claim some 750,000 plus followers on there, which is predominantly supportive of Donald Trump, hence The Donald. But Reddit have quarantined it. And what quarantining means is, if you're not into the whole Reddit thing, it won't appear in the search anymore. If you go to Reddit and search for the... In fact, Graham, you went to Reddit just before, didn't you?
Yes.
And what came up when you searched for the Donald?
It was the BBC, it was the Verge, it was it was Vox, and it was articles.
But on Reddit itself.
Oh, on Reddit itself, r/socialism.
r/socialism.
Yeah,
they've nailed that.
And it was literally a post saying we need to get this banned from Reddit. That was it. Yeah, that front page.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
Now, if you do go to it, there's a warning you have to click on before you can see it. So basically, it's buried. It's buried, and I'm imagining this probably won't end well for the Donald. I mean, I know they've done this to loads of subreddits. What was that? There was a Gore one. I never went. I was told about Watch People Die. They bent over backwards to say, we're just showing this media, and it was fine for years. Then all of a sudden, it wasn't fine, and they got shafted. By sheer coincidence, this happened after an article from one of the more leftist publications was released pointing out the enthusiastic support on the Donald for the recent Project Veritas report on the bias of the media and websites against conservatives. Now, there's been a widespread attempt to remove that report from various platforms. Fortunately, I've not heard back from the chap I wanted to mention about this, but I do know that big hitters have been approaching smaller platforms saying, take that off. Take that off. And some have fought back, some haven't been able to. By big hitters, I mean like Instagram and Facebook, saying, take that down. And giving it a load of, the legals. Giving it the legals, even though there's no legal precedent to doing so. Can't slander a company, especially when it's true. But they've been going around telling people to remove things. The media has been silent on this whole thing. They've not mentioned it. In fact, The Guardian, when they did a story, I believe it was today, on the Donald, they said that the sort of people that use the Donald, complain of bias against conservatives, of which there is no evidence whatsoever. The Guardian said there's no evidence whatsoever, apart from all the evidence. It's been whitewashed. It's been erased. Now, Reddit claim it was quarantined because of threats towards police officers over something that's going on in Ohio, where I think it's Ohio Republican representatives there just have left the state, so they didn't have to vote on something they didn't want to vote for, so they've been compelled to come back by the police, which apparently, I've looked in, is completely legal. They can be compelled to return. But people were getting excited, saying, get your guns, guys, it's time to have a fucking revolution. People do on the internet, while sat in their chair, probably incapable of standing up due to their obesity and diabetes. Okay? But it doesn't matter, they're just talking on the Donald. They're not going to go and have a revolution, they're just talking. Yeah, but fill your ammo boxes, guys. That's a threat to police officers. But the mods were removing stuff. They were doing their best. And this subreddit was massively popular. They had thousands upon thousands upon thousands of posts, yet the entire subreddit gets slammed for the few comments that were pointed out in certain articles. It seems very harsh. It seems kind of odd, and it seems very much to me this has happened because the conservative voice. And remember, I am a liberal. I'm a proud liberal. I'm not a leftist. That's why leftists hate it when I say I'm a liberal. But I am. And if it were all up to me, everyone would have a voice no matter what, regardless of the platform. But it's never just up to me. That's because the platform would be dead if it was just up to me. Because I that's what I believe personally. It's something I'm passionate about. But as a liberal, I must speak out for the Conservatives. Because I am a liberal, not a leftist. And they are being silenced. It is fucking ridiculous what's happening to the Conservative voice on the major platforms. And Project Veritas, for all their faults and problems or whatever I think about things they've done in the past, they absolutely nailed this one. But it's easy to throw it away. It's easy to ignore it. If Tommy Robinson came to the press and said, I have proof that a meteor, mate, oh, fucking hell, a meteor, it's going to strike the Earth 2 weeks, kill us all, fucking hell. Proof, there it is. Proof. Everyone go away, you racist bastard. You don't listen. We don't listen. We judge everyone by the message. If Hillary Clinton came out with some amazing truth, it would be widely ignored by the people on the right. Just as if Donald Trump does anything good, it's widely ignored by people on the left. Because we are all idiots. We are all fucking idiots. But the Conservative voice is being silenced. And we have to speak out against this. Now, if there was any doubt left that all of these big tech companies are complicit in this. Earlier on today, whilst chatting with Graham, we ran a search on Google and DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo, as you know, is the search engine that doesn't wait, it doesn't hide shit, it's just a search engine. Straightforward. I searched for Reddit, the Donald. On DuckDuckGo, the first item was the Donald. It was a link to that subgroup. Then it was about the subgroup, and then what's happened to it, and then some articles by like USA Today and some other outlets, and some of the sort of more leftist outlets as well below that. This was because these are what the most popular ones are, and that's what DuckDuckGo gives you. On Google, the entire page, no, not you, Google, shh. My phone woke up. What are you saying? After all I've done for you. After I told your son when Pringles were invented. The front page of Google, it was all things like Vox, the Daily Beast, all of those just shit rags, online shit rags, tanting on the Donald. Those were the big hitters on Google. There's something bad happening on the net. And any leftist that's going, brilliant, it's going to come and fuck you up soon too as well. Because that's what it does. This shit doesn't stop. It's a virus. It doesn't care who it infects. Your right think will one day be wrong think. And as I pointed out, I think it was Aaron Bastiani, who of course didn't respond to me because I'm just a pleb, compared to him on Twitter. He's a shocking, shocking human being. He was going about this, that, the other, and about in the UK, if you vote for this, you're disgusting. I said, we never learn, do we? One of the main reasons Trump won wasn't just that he offered something different. Wasn't Russian collusion. It was because the people on the left said that everyone even considering it was a filthy fucking monster and a racist and the worst kind of human being. And the minute you start demonizing people for that, they get their backs up and go, well, fuck you. That's exactly what I'm doing. They helped get Donald Trump elected, and that's what's going to happen in the UK. How else could Nigel Farage be that popular? You're doing it to yourselves, and you're going to fuck yourselves over too, and that's just the way that it is. This will be another video that's demonetized. I'm fairly sure this one will be demonetized.
That's not really a goal at this point, is it? Spider-Man adverts before you.
Everything's just, we get the gold dollar sign and everything. The gold one should be good, right?
Yeah. We got 21 cents once. I don't know who the fuck
21
advertised on it.
I don't know, but I wish I did. So there we go. Reddit the download quarantine. There's something bad going on. I'm when I think back, getting into the net in the 90s, because as someone rightly pointed out on YouTube, I'm an old dude now. I'm 47 this year. But the excitement, the hope, the amazement of what the net could be. When I was part of Ogrish, I mean, you couldn't have Ogrish now. You'd have to, it'd just be like the other Gore sites now, just loaded with fucking join our fucking premium thing so you can look at fake rape videos and shit just to stay alive. And all the shit we've watched with Lively, how it's changed, how the pressures have changed, and what you can and can't do once you get to a certain size, and it takes so much to keep you online, and you're not one of the big guys, and you're just getting fucking hammered all the time. All the promise the internet held. And it's just being fucked off. And the worst part is our polarization and our unwillingness to listen to the opposing voice, whether left or right, it really doesn't matter. Our unwillingness to engage and to embrace these bubbles the social media companies put us in. And our ridiculous venom to people that hold different ideas to us, not just arguing with them, which is good and healthy, but wanting to destroy them and affect their real lives, wanting to make everything worse. We are killing the internet. We're helping the pricks that want to destroy this amazing thing we have. We are active participants in it, even when we sit here complaining about it. Because we indulge in that behaviour. We wallow in it. We love the convenience of it all. It's got to change. It's got to fucking change. And the answer isn't, well, we clearly need another YouTube. No, we fucking don't. The same thing will happen. We need a conservative YouTube. No, you don't. That's not the answer. No one realised these fucking huge sites. You can't give that power to someone and not expect it to corrupt them completely. It becomes an extension of their beliefs and their egos, and they attract the same people to them and form their own fucking bubbles in Palo Alto. Whilst having fucking chai lattes and whatever strange shit these people fucking drink and eat. In their hemp sandals discussing how they can fuck up the next election for the candidate they don't like. That's what you end up with. I don't want a conservative one of those either. We need to draw back. We need to stay away from these people. We need to do things differently. We need to work together a bit more. Left, right, whatever, it doesn't matter. We need to play smarter. And this won't count for everyone because not everyone wants to do that. The days of GeoCities are long fucking gone. But those of us who care, maybe that's enough. Leave the corporate internet for the rest of the people that are perfectly happy being told what to think, what to look at, what to... I just want to step away from it all. I just want to be away from it. I want people to be away from it and do something better. Just be better. Let the internet be what the fucking hell, what we dreamed it was going to be. No one dreamed of the day when your fridge would tell you were running out of milk. Or you could watch, oh great, I can watch all the CNN and HBO I like streaming. Fuck that. That's not the internet. That's not what we wanted from it. We wanted the ability to converse, to reach people we could never reach, to see things we could never see, to understand things we had no knowledge of. All of this is what's important about the internet. This is what matters. This is why I support platforms that me personally I do not fucking like. Gab.ai. But you know what? I fucking run it up the flagpole, guys, and I'll salute it. BitChute. Run by a really good bloke. He's getting fucking hammered right now. But a really good guy. And other people I'm meeting now as I go further down this road. Because I've always been really insular. And, despite how loud and braggart I am on this, I'm very much like, why would anyone really give a fuck what I think? And I've gone down my own little track. But now I'm starting to communicate with people that are in different platforms, and it's horrible. It's fucking horrible what's going on, and we're all playing a part in it. If we don't change it, guys, we're going to lose it, and it's going to be our fault. Maybe think smaller. Maybe think different. Maybe stop being arseholes just for the sake of it, and I'm as guilty of that as anybody else. But maybe just fucking stop. Maybe just stop. Treat people how we would in real life, or realise that have an area where we can just be wanting dickheads to people, but not let it seep into every aspect of our life and reach out and destroy other people's lives. The internet should be a fucking beautiful thing, and that doesn't mean only full of beautiful things, but it should be fucking beautiful, and we're turning it into some kind of milquetoast, dreadful fucking nightmare where everything good is snuffed out because it's fucking upset someone, and they've whined to an advertiser, and then all of a sudden, fucking hell, how do we pay the fucking bills this month? Well, we can't do that anymore. And it's working its way up the food chain, that sort of pressure. It's not just the guys up at the top, little guys down below as well. WordPress.com was accused of taking people off because they didn't like their views. It took a woman off because she was a TERF. This shit can't continue. This shit cannot stand. It cannot stand. And I can't change it. I could do maybe a little something that some of us can join in with, like what we're doing with Trigger Warning, and an extension of that what we've been talking about tonight. We can do our little bit, but we need everyone to do their little bit. And you know what? All those tiny little bits add up to something cool, decentralized, different. I can't exist in the blockchain because I don't know enough about it. But I can ensure that all our articles end up on like the Steam chain or something like that, the Steam blockchain. So it's all just out there and can't be taken down. We can do these things. We need to do these things. I don't want my son growing up thinking that the internet is Facebook and Netflix. I don't want that. I want him to be able to troll the shit out of people in chat rooms and have some fun. When he's a grown-up, see shit he can't forget, because that's an important part of life. Be exposed to the things you don't see all the time. That was a bit too sincere for me. I was getting a bit emotional there.